Hi everyone, a huge warm welcome. If you've just came across my page and you're just about to discover the work that I do and what I want to speak about in the here and now. Now, a little introduction to myself. My name's Asha and my role in life is a spiritual medium. Now, there are other areas to the work that I offer, which is spiritual healing, past life regression, spiritual workshops, group work, and soul coaching, and also mindfulness. But this is the main focus in my life. This is what I absolutely love to do, is to give you the spiritual information in what is coming forward for you. Now, that may be on an individual basis, or it may be in that collective group. It's like what the whole world is going through just now, what we're needing to look at, what we're needing to develop within ourselves. So there's always two parts of it, or probably there's many more, but I like to just focus on something really quite simple and like, this is what's happening to you as an individual, and this is what we're all going through. So I just want to give a wee explanation of how I collect that information. Now, I always collect it from either my own spirit team, or if I'm working with someone in person or over Zoom, then it's done on that individual basis. So it will be your loved ones in heaven that come forward to deliver that exact information, that personal information for you, what you've been through, where you are now, and what you need to look forward to, because they're always pushing, it's like that spirit light into the path ahead of you, because that's what's most important, because the past is done. Here is okay, but it's the future, and what is always the most important part of the conversation with spirit, because it's always the development of yourself. Now, that information is given to me in a variety of ways. So whether it be done through feeling or seeing, or just like that knowing, or the conversation, I love just to chat away with them in the way that I do with a normal human being. And I just collect the information, pass it forward, and do my best. So here in this collective group, this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to encourage myself to do. Now, this is a big part of the conversation that I want to deliver to you as well just now. I want to develop myself on this YouTube channel to speak more of what spirit do, how it works in the other life, how they are always there and involved in your life every day, just creating. They are always doing, but it's us that delays the path moving forward. It's like we are the delayers of it moving fast enough. So all of this is like the biggest part of my heart. Now, when I speak in that collective forum, what people are going through and what they're needing to look forward to, which is give me a wee prompt, Asha, look forward to, and how they need to like believe in themselves. So now I'm always like, give me the next word. So if there's wee pauses in between, I'm just waiting on the next part of the conversation. Now, here, now, and this week upon us, we are getting another chance to look at life once more. Now, how does that work? How will that happen? What will that do for us? Now, to give you the best example is to give you the example of this YouTube video. If you look back on my YouTube channel, I think there's a couple of videos, maybe more, but look at the dates and when they were created. It was way before now, okay? Now, that was something that I set out to do, and I think it was either before COVID or during COVID times. And then what happens? Like what happens to everybody in life? We become distracted. And when we become distracted, we avoid doing what we are meant to. Now, this is something that I always wanted to do. Now, it is only a YouTube video, but it's important to me. It makes me happy when I do what I love, and to me, it's progress in my life. Now, this video isn't about asking you to do a YouTube channel. This video is asking you to do what's important to you and create the best life, because that's what's happening just now. That's what your individual spirit team are giving you, because everyone has got their own individual, it's like soul makers creating your soul life. There's the human life and there's the soul life. With the soul life is always when you put that best foot forward and follow the right path. The human life is when you just get caught up in the doing and not doing, and I'm going to get back to it later, because I'm like not persistent enough and putting myself first. Now, do you see, it's like an understand, it's like the two divisions of that. But let's refocus on where we are. So with this YouTube channel, I need to mention it again, I promise I won't keep talking about it. I never got back to it because I got caught up in life. And although I was always receiving that alert from Spirit, because I've got my own individual team that bring me information as soon as I like it, and it's saying, Asha, will you just do what makes you feel purposeful? And that answer or that response in which I would give, like, yeah, I'm going to, I promise to. Maybe not today, maybe this week, or maybe next, and there before you know it. A year or two has just like left me, it's unfolded in front of me, and here I am now doing what I was always supposed to do. Now, look at the information in that. Look at the feeling of that. What has been shown to you in your life right now to say, why don't you do it? Why don't you encourage yourself? Why don't you do what makes you feel happy? Why don't you bring that joy in your life? Why don't you feel purposeful? All of these great feelings are being shown to us to say, this is the path that you should be on. Now it comes back to us and we feel that. It'll send us a thought signal as well, but the biggest part is always through our emotional self, which is our feelings, and that's what your loved ones love to do. Put it right into your heart space, thinking, well, if I touch their heart, then maybe they will bring it up into their life for consideration. So this is like we're going back the way, ever so slightly in life, because it's to have another look at what you didn't think was possible, what you didn't think you had the courage to do, and what you really need to fuel forward in your life. Now, this is just a very small part of my life, is this YouTube channel. There's other things that I need to do, and there's other things that are also being flagged up for my attention to say, remember, you were supposed to do that maybe back in 2021, and this is where it's now starting to come back again. It's felt through my intuition, it's like acknowledged in my heart self, and when that happens, it feels good, it feels right. Then the next part is shown to us. It's like, here's the next part, we've told you what you need to do, we've told you, it's like, what would suit you best. Then the deliberate action comes thereafter, because will we be responsible enough to apply ourselves to the next stage? Sometimes, and it happens, it's shown in so many areas of life, that we want to do something, but we don't always have the courage to do it. And the reason that we don't have the courage to do that certain something, because we allow fear to come in, or we bring in, it's like the lack of trying. Now, that is never any judgment to anyone, because we all carry that trait within our personality, like, oh, I know, I'm just not trying hard enough, and I'll maybe return to it. And it's like when it comes to like physical wellness and diet and so on, how many times do we say, I'm going to, and we just keep pushing it away from ourselves and hope that it's just going to like form by itself and just like give us what we're looking for. But unfortunately, sadly, that doesn't work either. It's always about the energy in which we introduce into that something that we want to create new. So that's a big part as well, because everybody is there, they're individuals, so not everybody's going to be going through the same as what I am or what your partner is. But there's something in there for everyone to say, please try a bit more, be responsible, be deliberate in what you do. Now, when we speak about deliberate action, it isn't expecting, it's like the whole outcome and what you're hoping for just to form by itself, and then you're like, okay, now I feel satisfied, now I feel contented that I'm seeing the signs or like the confirmation that that's it over and done, because that's not going to happen either. It's all about taking the first step, and when you take the first step, it makes you feel good. And then what happens, you think you take the second step, but you don't. Your spirit team, they give you, it's like that level up in life. They just remains like the hand, okay? It's like the level up in life to say, well, you've applied your part, you did what we asked you to do, so we will give you something to yourself. Now, when that comes into our life, it enhances us. It makes us feel like, okay, I can do this, I can do a bit more of this, okay, because it just like it raises the vibration of yourself. Then we play the third, so we're going from 1 to 3, and then your loved ones come in and give you the 4. Now, that's how it's shown to me. It's like you play a part in another, and we play another, and so on. It's always that complete journey collaboration of earth and spiritual life. And when they show me the pictures, they're so amazing, they're so beautiful. Sometimes I just say, you just need to give me the words for that so that I can explain it in the best way I can. But they really want, always, every day, not just now, and I'll explain that in just in a moment, but each and every day they're always wanting you to be happy. They always just want you to have that satisfied life. Now, when I said that's what's happening now, but also every day has got a completely different energy field to it. And the reason for that, because there is so many different areas of life that we need to work on. Now, it isn't just like that one straight path, that road ahead of us that we just need to walk on and we just need to figure it out as we go. No, it's like these different opportunities come into our life for a different reason, because it's always to enhance every aspect of ourselves and our life purpose. But that is the big happening just now. That is the big like heaven opening just now. It's like really look at yourself and ask yourself, am I worth more? And when you come back, and please don't say no, that you're not worth more, because everybody's worthy of a better life. When you bring that conversation back to your heart and say, absolutely, I am worth more. I want to do more. What can I do? What areas of my life do I need to look at first? Never look at every single area, because you'll just go on that downward slide, because you'll just overwhelm yourself. Just work on it bit by bit. Be extremely determined that you are going to do it. And if there are some days when you feel like I just don't want to, that's okay too, as long as you pick it back up quickly. Don't leave it like me, like a YouTube channel, and waiting a year or two. And like for the last couple of weeks, Spirit keeps saying to me, oh Asha, there's a great idea for YouTube, there's a great idea. And I'm like, I know. Over 2 weeks, so there's it. Okay, there was ill health over 2 weeks, but it was an excuse. There's still other moments of your life that you could have done this by now. Now, that speaks to everyone. What could you have changed by now? Because that's where everything has been risen under your own personal spotlight. The things that no longer work for you, the things that you no longer want to do, everything is there. It's highlighted in your heart self, and your beautiful team in heaven are saying, please do what you need to, because they are right there behind you. They are pushing you forward all of the way. Please do not apply resistance to making your own self purposeful, because the real reason of being here in this life is not just to have a good life, that's a big part of it, but it's to be purposeful. And that purposeful feeling is a happiness in your heart. And what happens when you're happy in your heart? It's just there, and it just ripples into everybody else's life. And that's what makes a big difference. So I do hope this little video has been useful for you. I do hope, and I will make many more videos in the days or week to come. I'm laughing because they're like, how long are you going to say this, Asha? But I promise myself in the days and weeks to come, with the spiritual teaching that I deliver to individuals and in groups, because I see how it enhances people's lives. I see the difference it makes. I see like those turnaround moments right in front of my face. So if I can do that for a small group of people that do come and see me and have sessions with me, then I'm sure I'm capable of doing so much more, just like yourself. Thank you so much for watching me.